Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. Steven here with Team Euphoric, and today I'm going to be taking you through an ab routine to help you get shredded just in time for the summer. This is week 5 of the 6 months to shredded abs routine, and this week we're going to be adding in an exercise for the lower external obliques. We're going to need a mat to lay down on, we're going to need a kettlebell, and we're going to need a yoga block. Now, with regard to this exercise routine, this is intended for beginners. If you're somebody who's a little bit more intermediate or advanced, I do have the full 6-month program uploaded onto my community tab. It's for members only, so if you want to check that out, consider becoming a member. But with regard to the first exercise, we are going to be doing the abdominal curl up, and we're going to be doing it with the yoga block in between the knees. So you want to go ahead, you want to squeeze that yoga block right in between your knees, and we're going to be in a supine position, meaning we're going to be laying down on our back. And you guys already know the drill. We are going to go tuck in the chin, and we want to round the spine one vertebra at a time and come all the way up. And then we are going to unroll the spine, creating that nice C-shaped curve in the spine all the way down. So chin to chest, thoracic spine up, and then L1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then on the way down, we're going to touch L5 to the ground, L4, L3, L2, L1, and then the thoracic spine. We're going to do 20 repetitions of that exercise. Then we're going to get rid of the yoga block. We're going to bend our knees to 90 degrees and put our feet firmly on the floor. And now we're going to do the supra-umbilical fibers of the external oblique. So we're going to cup our hand over our opposite shoulder. With the opposite hand, we're going to go and cross the midline. And then on an oblique angle, we're going to do positive torsion by doing a combination of flexion and rotation. So we want to go ahead and we're going to round the spine and flex all the way to the level of the L3, or roughly the level of the umbilicus, and then come all the way back down. So we're tucking in the chin, rounding the spine, flexing and rotating at the same time, and then coming back down. We're going to do 20 repetitions of the external oblique exercise on each side. Once we've done that, next we are going to go into the transverse abdominis strengthening exercise. For the transverse abdominis strengthening, we're inhaling, driving the belly up toward the sky, exhaling, sinking that belly button down toward the spine. We're going to hold that there as we inhale. That was pass number 1. Then we're going to exhale, try and sink it a little bit deeper. That's pass number 2. Inhale, keep it tucked in. Exhale, drive it a little bit deeper. That was pass 3. We're going to do 2 more passes. Inhale, keep it tucked in. Exhale, drive it down toward the spine. And then for the last pass, again, we're going to inhale, keep that belly button tucked in. Don't let it raise. Keep it tucked. Exhale. Drive it down toward the spine. And then we're going to exhale or inhale and just relax. Once we've completed 5 passes, that counts as 1 set. We're going to do 2 more sets for 3 total sets. Now we're going to get into the lower abdominals. So the first thing is we're going to do the rectus abdominis sub-umbilical fibers. We're going to flex the hips and knees to 90 degrees. With the arms, we're going to place them at the level of the glenohumeral angle, which is going to be between 90 to 135 degrees. And for this one, we want to drive the knees up toward the sky without going into flexion or extension. We're just going straight up to the level of the umbilicus or the level of the L3. And then we're going to come back down. So we're driving the knees up without going into flexion or extension, and then coming back down. We are going to do 10 repetitions of that exercise. Once we've completed 10 repetitions, now this is the new exercise. We're going to be doing the external obliques, only this time, this is going to be the sub-umbilical fibers or the lower abdominal fibers. So what we want to do for this one is we want to take one leg and we're going to flex the hip to 90 degrees. Then with the opposite leg, we want to go into adduction, a deduction of 30 to 45 degrees by crossing the leg over. Once again, with the arms, we're going to place them at the level of the glenohumeral angle. And for the external oblique sub-umbilical fibers, we want to drive the top knee toward the opposite shoulder. So we're going to come up to the level of the umbilicus and then back down. So we're going to round the spine, go into flexion of the lumbar spine, and then come back down. We are going to perform 10 repetitions of the sub-umbilical fibers for the external obliques, and then we're going to cross the leg and do the same thing on the opposite side for another 10 repetitions. And then we're going to finish off with, you know what, it is the diaphragm strengthening exercise. For that, we're going to take the kettlebell, we're going to place it on our umbilicus or our belly button. We're going to inhale, raise the belly button up toward the sky, exhale. Let it drive down deep toward the spine. So we're inhaling, driving that kettlebell up toward the sky, inhaling, exhaling, letting it sink down toward the spine. We're going to do 20 repetitions, and that is going to be it for week 5 of the 6 months to shredded abs routine. So once again, we have the abdominal curl up for 20 repetitions. Then we have the external obliques, the supra-umbilical fiber, so the upper fibers. We're going to do 20 repetitions on each side. Then we're going to do 3 sets of 5 passes for the transverse abdominis strengthening exercise. Then we're going to start getting into the lower fibers. We have 10 repetitions of the sub-umbilical rectus abdominis, so the lower abs. And then we have another 10 repetitions of the sub-umbilical external obliques, 10 on each side. And we're going to finish off with 20 repetitions of the diaphragm strengthening exercise. But that is it for week 5 of the 6 months to shredded abs routine. And then next week, I'm going to be taking you through week 6.